Hi, I'm Ann Collier, and I'm the curator at the Cultural and Natural History Collections at the University of La Verne. I'm standing in front of some of our study specimens, most of which were created at the turn of the century, actually a little after the turn of the century, in a class that La Verne College at the time had called Birds of California. That was a class that was inside of our biology department. You can get 2 units, and it was to help you to better understand the anatomy and the morphology of birds that you could see within the area. And they are still used in classrooms today. What's unique about them is not just that we get to see what kind of birds were collected in the area at the time, to see species diversity, to see the evolution of species, to see if some of them are no longer in the area, but the fact that how they were then created and how they were mounted. The forms take different places. They're not today's form where it's a hard polymer. Most of them are stuffed inside of like a kind of a straw to make the form on them. The pesticide that was used at the time was mercury or arsenic, so you cannot touch these specimens because as they keep away the insects, they also are dangerous and poisonous to the humans. The mountings are really unique because if you look at them, they look like they're alive, they're fluid, they look like they're moving. We have the predators that are in a predator stance, and it's how you expect a bird to look. And it's neat because you can get up close to the bird and actually see it in a way you can't in life. However, we also have what we call study specimens and study skins, and those are mounted completely different. Those are mounted in the form where they look like they're dead, and it's very disturbing to people to see birds in this way. But the reason why you want a bird like this is to see the distinct characteristics, to see how the species has changed, to see the feathers, to see the gender, to see if it's a juvenile, if it's an adult. You can actually look closer at the way the tails are. The beak is formed. The beaks are very important when it comes to researching birds. So most of our birds are like this for classrooms, and the other ones we use for display, for museum, for public. One of our special birds inside of our ornithology collection is this condor. It's a California condor that was given to us by J.Z. Gilbert, the same man who gave us our La Brea tar pit specimens. We like to call him Gypsy because of his Latin genus name. He was given to us in 1917, and he's a juvenile, and he's been painted. That was the style of how they used to taxidermy and put the birds together back then. And he's painted with the colors that he would have had naturally in life. Around the 1990s, late 1990s, Harvey Good, a professor at the time, went to have him preserved and conserved and put a little bit back together. He was starting to lose his feathers because he had been stored outside in an element where there were insects, and they started to eat through his feathers. So this is about an arrested development on the conservation on him. We did have some visiting professors from the Occidental College that were here from the Moore Lab of Zoology. They were stunned to see him because they have a list of where every California condor is located, whether it's a specimen that's a study specimen or a mounted specimen. They did not know about our California condor, again collected around 1917 in the state of California by J.Z. Gilbert.